So we're going on a hay ride. We got Annie driving up there. We got our Green Mark tractor. We love Green Mark. So we always tell the kids we're going on a going green hay ride because we tell them the tractor's green and we tell them it's donated by Green Mark, which we love. We love those guys at Green Mark. They always give us a tractor to use every year for our tours. And the most important thing is on our hay rides, we're showing all the kids how our farm is going green. And we're going to have a big talk in a little bit to talk to specialists about that too, our hot topic. So we're going to take off on our Going Green hay ride. We're going to show you how our farm is environmentally verified. So we're watching for traffic. There's farm equipment's driving by. So here we go. We're going to go. Our farm is 105 years old. We've been taking care of our farm for that long. But we want our farm to be around for 200 years. So we got 95 years of taking care of our cows, our farmers, and our farm. So we always ask the kids, who likes clean water? I like clean water. Who likes clean land? I like clean land. And who likes clean air? So we all like all three of those things. We like clean air, clean land, and clean water. And our farm is doing a lot to make sure that we are offering that through our environment to our community. So I always show, let me flip it around. There is the Swiss Lane Family Farm sign, and then next to it is a sign that says this farm is environmentally verified. So that means that we take care of our environment. We consider that sign like a trophy. We work really hard around this farm to make sure we're hitting all the check boxes to make sure we are taking care of our environment to get that clean land, clean air, and clean water. So we're going to show you some of the things that we have around here. The first one is, we already talked about this earlier too. These are the tanks where we keep our fertilizers. So one of the things to make sure our land is clean, the fertilizer tanks, it's very safe to use on the land, but we measure how much we always lay. So before we got environmentally verified, there's the cement walls around it. They had to be a certain depth, a certain thickness, and we couldn't figure out why there were so many regulations. And that's just to make sure that if there's ever a leak in those, because we can't measure it if there's a leak in it, that it's in a safe place where we can clean it up, and so we're laying it properly. Now the next place, we always ask the kids who wants to go to the stinkiest part of the farm, and they all say no. Some of them say yes, and then we always ask them if they think it's the manure. And they all think, yes, it is the manure. Guess what? It's not the manure. So we're going for this great hay ride. Another way we are protecting our land is we put in lagoons. So lagoons are sort of like a cemented pond. This pond takes in the water, and that's our stinkiest part of the farm. It is the rain runoff from the cow's feed. So we want to protect that water back there too. They're protecting the land and the water. So that water back there, there's a beautiful swamp in the back, and swans live there, and geese live there, and there's fish in there, and the turtles and the birds come in, and we want to protect all that natural wildlife. So all the rain runoff goes into these lagoons right here, and then it's pumped in with the manure system. So we always try to go as quickly as possible back past this because we don't want to smell that. Then we get to see the cow's kitchen, and then there's the manure lagoons, which we're going to talk about in the next hour. We love the manure lagoons. Hi! And Tommy's going to tell us about how we use manure properly. Oh, look at how much the hay silage has grown. Oh my goodness! We were just seeing this, we just saw this earlier, and it was this tiny little pile, and now there's this great, beautiful pile. So, hey Annie, did you do the old barns and new times story? I don't know if she did, so I'm going to tell you that real quick. So a long time ago, I'm giving her stink eye. We always show back, and there's a field back there, and it has an old barn. It had an old barn there once, and it was our big barn that they built when they first built this farm. And there's no barn there now. It's empty. And it's always sad to see an old barn come down. But when we were getting environmentally verified, we had a lot to think about. And so she's gonna drive over there, and we're gonna see in a little bit. But when back a long time ago when farms first started, they thought, you know what, this is a great spot for a barn. Our cows will come out, they'll go take a walk into the creek and cool off and take a drink of water. But what, there we go. What else do you think they left in that water? Manure. So not the best place, not the most environmentally friendly. It wasn't the best option for our environment or our cows. We didn't want them drinking out of that water that had the manure in it either. So we're focused on the cows, making sure they're safe, focused on our environment. So we had to take that barn down and move it. These are, let me flip it around. Guess who these ladies are? These are our junior high cows. We always tell everybody to guess how old they are. They're 6 to 8 months old. They're going to be full grown when they're 2. And I always ask everybody if they have a puppy or a kitten at home. Guess what? Those are full grown by the age of 2 also. They will be full grown and ready to go. They're beautiful. Our beautiful calves, well, teenagers. I don't know if they want to be called calves anymore. But they'll be full grown by the time they're 2. They're just like teenagers at home. They sleep a lot, or they, oh, let's flip it around. There's more silage being dumped. You know what? Growing that hay is what is helping us better our environment too. That hay is taken in, well, I'm not going to tell you because we're about to talk to somebody about the climate and I want them to tell you everything. He's going to dump it all out and he's going to drive over it. Here it goes. I love seeing the harvesting going on. I love the corn harvest in the fall. I love the hay being harvested. It's beautiful. So the calves, they're just like teenagers because they are always playing with electronics and their ear tags. They're always taking naps. And if they're not asleep, they're probably eating. That's just like teenagers. Hey girls. So that's our environmentally verified little hayride. I hope you learned something today and from that, and a little bit later we're going to take another hayride with our advisory board. So we're really excited to have them come along. We're going to have a little wine and cheese tasting, so that will be a lot of fun. Oh, there's the trucks getting weighed. Every truck has to get weighed when it comes through. We got to know how much food is coming in, how much food is coming into the farm, and how much food is leaving the farm, so we know we have the right amount. Annie decided that, oh, we are going to weigh ourselves, so we're going to go see how much we weigh right now. Hope it's not too much. It's just the 2 of us. Oh, I guess see some people walking. They want to jump on the hayride too. So we will always do our best to do everything we can to make sure that the environment is healthy, make sure we're doing our part for our climate. Let's see, what do we weigh? 8,260 pounds. Joanna, let's see how much you weigh. How much is it going to change? Get on, we got some people jumping on. Hey guys. Oh, we changed it. Oh my goodness. We've gone up 300 pounds.
That's not very nice.